Amy and I love camping, and I decided to build a teardrop style camper. There are plenty of plans out there, and I could have bought a dilapidated one to restore or built one from a set of plans. But I happen to like stitch and glue construction, and that's how Amy and I made our kayaks. Chesapeake Light Craft makes boat kits that are built using this particular method, so I tend to visit their website from time to time. A while ago, they came out with a kit for a teardrop style camper, but instead of a traditional construction, they designed it to be built using stitch and glue like a plywood boat. The first thing to arrive was the Flatbed trailer. It comes in 4 boxes, and it's manufactured by Trailex in Canfield, Ohio. The trailer is made from extruded aluminum parts and bolts together using T-bolts. The step-by-step instructions include photographs. They are fairly clear, and I did not need to call Trailex or Chesapeake Light Craft with any questions. It takes simple tools to bolt it together, but you do need a few specialty items. The instructions say to torque the T-bolts to 35 foot-pounds, so you'll need a torque wrench. You also need wire strippers. Lineman's pliers help to crimp the butt connectors on the wiring, or you can use a combination wire cutter stripper tool, since these often have sections that will crimp wire connectors. I built a stand out of sawhorses and 2x4s so I didn't have to work on the floor of my garage. I eyeballed it. It didn't have to be exact. You build this kit upside down. Trailex makes a great kit that's easy to assemble. I did have one minor hiccup. They ship 2 right side diagonal parts that attach the tongue to the trailer. These L brackets are the mounting points for the camper on top of the trailer. The simple solution was to flip 2 of the L brackets over. The L brackets on the rest of the trailer point down. Eventually they point up, of course, when you flip the trailer over. One item I missed while doing this, there was a bolt that also should have been in a slot on the underside of the trailer, which was facing up, but it was on the top of the diagonal, which was facing down, if you follow me. Anyway, it was on the wrong side of the diagonal, and later I had to unbolt the diagonal to move it. Once the tongue is bolted in, you put the leaf springs on and mount the axle. Then you start the wiring. It helps to have a fish tape or a stiff piece of wire because trying to push the wires through the channels inside the trailer is a bit like trying to push on spaghetti. Before you mount the taillights on the trailer, you need to install the fenders because the bolts for the fenders go in first. Once that's done, you can mount the lights. I added a bit of electrical tape around the butt connector on the lights, since if the wires flex, that's where they're slightly more likely to break. After mounting the tires, we walked down to the neighbors and asked them to help flip the trailer over. It was very light for the 4 of us, and probably 2 people could have done the job, but I didn't want to accidentally drop it on a fender. Now that the trailer was right side up, I mounted the parking jack. That's a quick job. It might have helped to have another pair of hands, but I managed to get it done. I'm very happy so far, and I can't wait to get started on the camper itself. But that's probably several other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If I get enough encouragement, I'll post regular videos of the construction rather than this sort of time lapse. Bolting the trailer together is straightforward. On the other hand, stitch and glue construction of the camper will have several aspects to it that aren't familiar to the typical woodworking hobbyist.